Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Lawn Review. My name's Tyler, and today we're going to take a look at the Stihl, not Still, but Stihl BG86C blower. Learned that one the hard way. But this is actually my personal blower, and it's my favorite blower I've ever had. Gets the job done, like it a lot. But we're going to take a look at it, what I like, what I don't like, and see what you think. So let's take a look. So yeah, before we get too deep into this mower, I'd like to talk a little bit about blowers versus, gas blowers versus electric mowers. We've reviewed quite a bit of both on our site. You know, there's a couple schools of thought. Really, if you live in California, there's no school of thought. You basically can only buy, I think starting 2023 or 2024 or something like that, you can only buy electric mowers. But here in Tennessee, we still have the option. I think there's pros and cons to each. Me personally, I like a gas mower because of the performance. I know the batteries now, brushless batteries are getting pretty sophisticated, so you don't lose too much power with an electric powered blower. But for me, I still like my trusty Stihl. There's really no replacing the power and the output that you get from a gas blower versus an electric. But if you have like an electric mower or an electric trimmer and you want to stay like X-Works or something or Greenworks, and you get that the battery pack obviously is interchangeable amongst the different I'm drawing a blank here, blowers or trimmers or mower. You can just pop one battery into the other. Typically you can get away with blowing, your whole job in one battery charge. But if you want to do like blowing and weed eating, you probably need a couple batteries. Yeah, so that's my take on gas versus electric. So here at the Lawn Review, we try to pride ourselves on making easy to understand, clear, concise content. I think something we get a little frustrated with is these reviews that are super technical, that for the average homeowner means absolutely nothing. Like, I don't know anything about engine displacement. Now, maybe most people do, but I haven't met anybody that knows anything about that. So we try to hit you with what we think are the most important things about a product. And with this Stihl blower, for me, the most important things are, we get a lot of leaves in my backyard, and I feel like if you're holding on to a blower for a super long time, on full throttle, trying to pick up all these leaves, vibration is key, or anti-vibration, or minimizing vibration is key. This blower actually, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of has a little mechanism in it of sorts, and I don't know the specifics, but it's called like a low vibe technology. So it prevents you from feeling the full vibration of the motor inside of this little guy. So for 6 hours, in the fall, I blow for all of 6 hours at least, trying to pick up leaves just in my backyard, which would kill my forearm. So I love that about this mower. And I love that about the Stihl technology. They have that in their chainsaws and their trimmers a lot of the time. I don't know about trimmers, but chainsaws for sure. Another thing with that too is they offer this locking, or it comes with this locking mechanism right here. So when I'm blowing and I can just press down on this little locking thing, it locks the trigger or the throttle in place, so I don't have to hold it the whole time, which again, for like a 6-hour job, is pretty nice. Those are the comfort things that I like the most. It's pretty easy to start. It probably starts on if it's cold, I think it'd start on like the 4th or 5th pull. It puts out a lot of power. It's at 190 miles per hour, they say, comes out of the tip of it when you're blowing, which is, I guess, pretty cool. It's like a hurricane in your hand. It is pretty light. It's about 9.9, I think, to 10 pounds. Relatively light. For most jobs, that's not really a problem. If you're the average homeowner. Now, if you get commercially, that might be a little heavy, but most commercial guys are using backpacks. So this really is what I would say pretty, I mean, some commercial companies could use it, but it's pretty residential in my opinion. This is anti the lawn review, but this actually puts out, and I learned this when I was researching it, puts out 15 newtons of output, I guess. And a newton is the, let's see, what is it? The force needed to accelerate 1 kg of mass, 1 meter per squared. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Like, who needs to know that sort of stuff? But at the lawn review, if we talk about it, we're going to explain what that means. So I guess it puts, I mean, if you could compare that, I don't know what that is compared to another blower, but I'd imagine that's pretty strong, considering this is Stihl's most powerful handheld blower. I love this product. I love Stihl's, but I use the heck out of this blower pretty much all year round. Would absolutely recommend it. Stihl doesn't put out a bad product, but this one in particular is pretty awesome. Like I said, it's my personal blower at home. I love it. Honestly, could not recommend it more. So I'll give you some action shots. Guys, that pretty much does it for this edition of the lawn review. BG Stihl 86C. Again, my favorite blower. I use it almost daily. It's going to run you about 250 to 300 bucks, depending on where you get it. But in my opinion, it's worth every penny. Anything else is going to probably break down, I would imagine, sooner than this. This has been my trusty mower, and the more I think about it, it's probably been about 6 years or so, 5 to 6 years that I've had it and used quite extensively. But anyway, well, if you liked what you saw today, or you liked the review, make sure you subscribe, like, follow us on Instagram, thelawnreview.com. On Instagram, I think we're just The Lawn Review, but we put out some good funny memes and other lawn review or lawn type content on there, so it's pretty entertaining, I think. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this one. We'll check in with you guys next time. See ya.